Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Venom Fire here, back with another Madden 18 video, and today we're going to be showing off the gun trips tight end offset formation. And first of all, for personnel in this formation, you're going to want to have your fastest receiver be the one to the right. So since I'm using the Patriots, I'm going to put Brandon Cooks there because he's the fastest receiver. And for audibles, you're going to want to have level sail. I like to place it inside zone with 0-1 trap, and then have X under and PA crossers. And then you always want to come out inside zone or read option if you can have like a mobile quarterback. So I'm just going to be coming out in cover 2 out of a 3-4 odd. I'm actually probably... So we're going to put him in a deep third. Actually going to respot the ball because we don't really have too much field to work with. Anyway, this playbook, or this formation, is actually in most playbooks, so there's a lot of formations like it, but this one, just make sure that the tight end's lined up. And it's a called offset because the running back's offset. Anyway, here it is against cover 2, so we're just going to be showing off inside zone. You're not really going to need to motion everybody. I just like to slide the line to the right. You can't motion the tight end to the right either, so you just like read the user. If the user goes like outside, then you run up the middle. If he goes inside, then you can have the outside open. You really just need to read where his user defender is and make the right play, and it's usually at least guaranteed like 7-8 yards a pop. So that's a really good play that I like run a lot. Next play we're going to be going over is level sail, and out of this I like to I like to drag Cooks and then just put Amendola on a slant backside. So if like your opponent overcommits, let's say he only has like one yellow zone on the field, then you should be able to hit that slant for a nice gain. So here it is again. And then also if he's like staying on the right side, he's going to cover the slant. You should have a low ball to that X. And as you can see, which you should be able to low ball it to Gronkowski in coverage. You have to throw it like right when he makes his break so that the defenders can't jump it. And that can be like an easy 15-yard gain unless their user's covering it. So here it is on the drag. If it's in a cover 2, you should probably wait because the cornerback won't really come down on it. So you should be able to catch the edge or spin inside or whatever. Here's the deep in. I threw that a little late, but usually they will have like multiple yellow zones on the field, so you will have to like low ball it in coverage. I usually just possession catch. Anyway, there's the slant. You can see it can get open weak side or backside, my bad, and it can be deadly. So the next play we're gonna go over is this 0-1 trap. I like to motion the middle receiver in the trips over for an extra blocker on the inside. You're never gonna bounce this outside usually. If they have like only like 3 down linemen, they like spread their D line. I audible to this and it can be wide open. And then again, you don't have to motion that receiver, but as you just saw there, he picked up a key block on that linebacker, which caused me to get like a 20 yards. I can turn this like 10-yard run into a touchdown. And then as you can see there, you can just run it stock and it can work a lot of times. It's actually a really good play. The left guard's gonna come over and block one of the people. So if he doesn't have anybody on him, he can come in free and they won't get a block shed from anybody on that side. So here's X under. This is my second favorite play out of this. So what you're gonna do is I like to drag Y and then put X on a smart routed in route. So he's gonna be on like a 10-yard in route. So there it is. You have the flat route, the deadly flat route. It's in both level sail and X under, as well as that corner route that Gronkowski's running. So they might not know what play you're running right off the bat, but because you can like do a lot of hot routes for this. There you saw the post get open. If they're like playing underneath a lot, you should be able to sneak that in unless they have a really tall user. So that post is deadly. You'll want to keep that on the field. And then here's the drag. Again, I like to always have a drag on the field at all times in this formation. They're always going to have to come down to guard the drag. They can't ignore it. Otherwise, it's going to be a first down every time. You just throw it to the drag every play. And see, I have the drag, the post, and then you can also throw that low ball to the inside receiver. It doesn't have to be a low ball. You can also just do a regular bullet pass. And here's probably my favorite play out of this formations. You're going to want to be on the hash. So I don't like flipping this formation very much. I just like running it like this way. Flips, it's like a little weird for me. Like the receivers get messed up. This is PA crossers. So what you're going to do is, this is a cover 3 beater, the first route combo. You're going to, here, I'm just going to put cloud flats on. You're going to fade B, and then you want to put your outside receiver on an out route. You can also make it a smart routed out route, but it doesn't have to be. I'm just going to put everybody in a spot because they'll get a lot of block sheds. It's on sim mode, I think, practices. And then you can also put that wide receiver on a drag if you like, because they can guard it. There you see, you just roll over. You roll to the left and then pass lead out. As you can see, the cornerback on the left side got suctioned into that out route, so he didn't have the recovery speed to make it back. And a lot of times, if they keep their corner on the outside third, that he will get burnt just every time. So here you see again, this is actually a cover 2, so it can work against cover 2, but I'm pretty sure those DBs don't have 91 zone, so I don't really recommend running it against cover 2. There's other ways to beat cover 2, like such as the deep post. You can also fade cooks and then pass lead inside. But that's another story. So here it is again, the cover 3 beater. You can also, instead of doing that play action, you can put your running back on a block and then motion him to the left. So he's going to be blocking whoever's on the outside, so you can scramble to the left. There, as you saw, we got free for a touchdown. You want to have like a really fast receiver and a quarterback with high throw power. So an ultimate team like a Michael Vick, and then Brandon Cooks is good in ultimate team as well. That's who I use. So here's the other route combo I like to run. You're going to want to put Y on a drag, put A on a fade, and then put X on a extended in route again. And then you want to motion A over, because the key route that we want to hit in this formation is B. The receiver that's coming all the way, that's like sort of deeper, you want to hit him for like a 20-yard gain. So putting Gronk over there, I don't know if it helps, but I see the play seems to work better with him on a fade. You don't have to motion him, but I do. Like, out of a lot of these formations, you just have that Y on a drag, and then you have the extended in routes. If you run this formation a lot, your opponent is going to be confused, and he's not going to really know what play you're running. He's going to see that drag route and the in route a lot of times, and he might ignore that B route on the PA crossers. You could also like mix it up a little, put B on a drag. There's a lot of different route combos that you can do for this. I'm just showing a couple. This is sort of a beginner's scheme. If you guys show a lot of support, I could drop a further scheme and show clips. There's, you saw the B route got wide open. I just threw it a little late, and so we're gonna do it again. Put Y on a drag, X on an in route. You can, if they're sitting in cover 3 a lot, you could also put the outside receiver on an extended out route, and it can get open a lot of times. So here I just snapped it regular, and it still works. If you snap regular, you get the drag wide open. If you motion them out, that B route gets more open. So it's really just depends on what you think's gonna be open. And here it is again. You just gotta practice this a lot. Just practice it a lot in seasons, I would say, before heading into weekend league. And for running backs that I would recommend for this scheme, I would prefer a chucking back. I use the Madden Ultimate League Bo Jackson. So, cause you're gonna have a lot of downhill runs out of the read option. You might have to run through people to get open. And anyway, there's a lot other plays that I didn't go over. Tight end in, flood. You can also mix in those plays that are good. They have some good routes. Anyway, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to smack a like on it and subscribe to my channel if you want more Madden 18 content. And I will be dropping more schemes in the future. Next one's going to be a defense. We're just going to keep rotating. So, hope you guys did enjoy, and peace. I'm out of here.